Hi, my name is Eric Jorgensen, and I usually have a good outlook on life. I have a lot of energy and I am always ready to do something. I have faith that things will turn out well. When I was in high school, I was very inquisitive and motivated. I was very ambitious when I got out of high school. I thought I was going to do something with my music or do some type of internship somewhere and proving to my former teachers that I was worth something. Because a lot of my teachers in elementary school and middle school were really mean and judged their students. When I got out of high school, I was at Indian Trail, and I didn't know what I wanted to do from there. I mean, I had dreams and aspirations, but academically, I didn't know what I wanted to do. It never really crossed my mind until later on in life when I started to realize that it's getting kind of late. My teachers made me feel like I had to pick something right away without even thinking about it. Because according to society, you have to go straight into college right after high school, even if you're not ready or have an idea of what you want to do. I found out that they had a radio program over at Gateway Technical College because I've always wanted to be on the radio. I went to Gateway Technical College in Kenosha and I started taking a few classes. And then sure enough, a couple semesters they got rid of it. And don't ask me why. These things happen and you always need a backup plan. So I said to myself, well, I have to pick something else. So I just went ahead and said that I'm going to be a welder. Why not? Because I guess I like to play with fire and stuff. So I went to Gateway Technical College and went for a degree in welding. I only went for one semester, then decided I'm going to take a little time off and spend it on working because at the same time I had a job at the naval base doing culinary related work where it took 60% of my life because of transportation there and back. But it was a good job and because they paid good. I was getting sick of the same thing every day though, and there was more to life than making pudding pies. I was definitely wanted to do something with my life. I had a drive and I was on a mission. All these things crossed my mind of ideas of what to pursue academically. Things such as psychology, English major, music major. There was a whole world of opportunity out there. I was feeling pretty bad because I felt I should be somewhere at this point in my life. I felt I should be where everybody else was at my age, starting a new life, having a million opportunities fly my way. Was feeling pretty bad because there was so many things I wanted to do, but there was so many barriers like not driving and not having enough time, or it costing money, or people just not wanting to hire me because I didn't wear the right clothes to an interview or something stupid like that. I decided to go with my gut feeling, so I went on the internet to look for some schools. Was a private school in Memphis, Tennessee, right downtown, and it seemed like they offered a lot of interesting courses. So I worked there at the naval base for a couple of years, and I decided I wanted to do something with my music, so I went off to Memphis, Tennessee to pursue this degree in guitar. And plus, I wanted to get the hell out of Kenosha. I was there for a little while, and there was a lot of good music classes, but I didn't do so well in the other ones, and I didn't want to destroy my GPA. Not only that, but it was kind of a religious school, so it geared towards kids working in the church more so. So I thought about it hard and said to myself, what am I going to do with this degree? I would just be giving guitar lessons. I would probably have to get another job. Plus, I couldn't identify with anybody over there. So sadly, I came back home and I thought that I should finish what I started so I went back to Gateway. And then I got my core credits out of the way. And since I quit my other job at the naval base beforehand, I started working at a restaurant in town, which I didn't like because I had to do everything myself and the boss was really mean. I was doing this because at the time I was going to culinary arts at Gateway Technical College in Racine. That didn't work out too good for me because I didn't have a natural ability in cooking and I messed up so much playing around with things to the point where flames were shooting up and their fire alarm went off and it was all complete chaos. I nearly burned the place down. There were too many rules and I felt that there was a need for something else that I was more passionate about, and I still had a love for music and the arts. I thought that maybe I should work behind the scenes, so I thought about recording music. So I went to MATC to do sound engineering. I did it because I liked music and I wanted to be part of something to do with music. I took a couple of good music classes where I learned about theory and certain concepts, but the engineering part I didn't like. I was more into playing music than recording it. I also had to go all the way to Milwaukee for a few classes at a time, so it probably wasn't worth it. I had to take public transportation with weird people on it, and it was always freezing outside. It took such a long time to get there and back, so I decided there's got to be something out there for me, so I decided, well, maybe I should go back into radio, and I'm thinking communications. So I saw that Parkside had a radio station. Then I signed up and started taking classes, a lot of humanities classes to begin with. I took the first few classes and realized that it was communication, not communications. But still, there was something about the program I liked because it covered a lot of different things and leads to a lot of different job opportunities. I took an acting class and did some public speaking classes and learned about different cultures and things like that, and I said, I can do this. And I also took the FCC test at the radio station so I could have a show. I knew then on and out that communication was the degree for me. It changed me because I became a better communicator, and I had a different outlook on life. I'm still going to school right now, and I can see myself becoming successful in the future with this degree and making some connections, so tons of doors of opportunity will open for me. This comes to show you that you don't have to go straight into college right after high school. And you shouldn't sit around for too long either and trying to figure out what you wanted to do, because you may regret it later.